Go. Right, welcome, guys. Hope everybody's well. It's Friday, so let's make sure we finish the week strong. It's been a good week this week. If I go through it, I have gone more aggressive yesterday and today, as you can see, but really happy. Probably, yeah, well, the best week of the month so far, and I'm actually looking to close out as well this morning. So really happy. Right, let's have a look here. Retail sales positive. However, it's not been obviously enough to tip the pound over into confidence here just because of everything else that's going on. The inflation what the inflation worries everything. So that's obviously one thing to look out for. This afternoon's going to be I think there's going to be some swings, so I'm probably going to play a little bit safer this afternoon because obviously we always have Friday flows. On top of Friday flows, we've got end of quarter flows. All right, because March is the end of quarter number one, so expect some quite big moves to obviously happen today. I actually think potentially gold might be one. I actually think we might see gold pumping to the upside. So let's wait and see, what happens here. But I do think that potentially gold might be one that might pump to the upside here. So let's wait and see because there's going to be a lot of guys who've been holding it for a quarter. All right, and obviously those will be big positions. So expect potentially. I think dollar might get hit. I think USDJPY has potential because there's been a lot of holders here. Might want to take some profits to obviously make their quarters look good. So just be aware of that. Right. Sorry, just letting a few more people in. There we go. Right. Dollar. We're hitting this 100, and this is why I'm looking to close out. I'm really happy. So yeah, so I'll be looking to close out because I'm not sure there is enough oomph here to obviously push dollar past 100. I've smashed my target. So yeah, I am actually happy. But yeah, let's wait and see. Yields also at these highs, all right, flying high, flying high, approaching this previous one, which was Monday last week. Monday last week, yes. So let's wait and see what happens here. This is just driving the dollar. All right, yields US 10Y. This is the chart that you need to be on because it is, yeah, it's just you want to know where the dollar's heading, just have a look at this, because it's going to be driving it. So, yeah, crazy. Right, let's go through some of our pairs this morning. So, I'm going to go down on a lower time frame here because obviously I want everybody to see. Right, so it's a 15-minute time frame. We posted at 6:30. So, I actually did get in roughly round here straight away, smashed down. So really happy. Euro didn't actually trigger. If we look at the 6:30, it was close. I was hoping it was going to come back, but didn't come back. Aussie, that was obviously our trigger area here. So Aussie, yeah, so was obviously happy with that one. That was well within our area here, as you can see. Should have actually got a slightly higher entry here, but yeah, happy with that one. Gold too, really happy. Triggered the middle range here, as you can see. I posted everything around 6:30, 4:45. We tapped in, and obviously, yeah, I also got in here. So I got two entries there. I've closed out now. So let's wait and see. And then obviously USDJPY, we obviously haven't got an entry on this because it's just blasted up. This is one to look out for a bit later on, and this is why I'm a little bit wary. All right, because everything is gold is struggling. It's got very mixed kind of muted views here as to where it's heading. Aussie, look at where it is. All right, Aussie's the only one that's not really doing a ton. If we compare Aussie to obviously, Euro, If I zoom out on a slightly higher time frame, euro has made up all this ground. Last time it was here was November last year, so that's why I'm kind of I'm on the fence here. Does dollar have enough to kind of push it higher? I'm surprised at actually where dollar is, and this is probably shows the belief about the de-escalation, in the Middle East, and whether it's going to be one of those where it's going to be continued, or is it yeah, just so this dollar and yield seem to still be acting a bit like a safe haven. Stocks obviously tried to recover, last Monday, but obviously yeah have tanked straight back down. So we're still in a yeah high escalation, war kind of mode here. That's the only way that you can explain it, because obviously stocks, naturally, companies are going to be struggling because of the price of oil. It doesn't matter what company you're in, you are affected by oil. So it is what it is, So all these crashing down. We got oil, getting back to approaching this 100. We're back in the mid 90s. Trump's obviously little ploy to get gold back into the 80s didn't last long. And we're seeing all sorts of things. I'd love to. I mean, we don't have anyone from the US in here, but I'd love to obviously see what everyone's impression is of Trump, because I think I read yesterday they're spending 2 billion a day on this war, which is crazy. And obviously they're now trying to say that they're trying to solve a problem, opening Hormuz Strait. But obviously, they have created this problem. So yeah, there's all sorts of geopolitical stuff going on, So yeah, yeah, most normal Americans hate him. It's just, it's one of those things where if they hated him, he wouldn't be in there. But I think lots of the guys who voted him in, well, I think everyone's, kind of regretting it now, because it's just a big power ploy. So, yeah, hopefully it's going to end, because obviously there's been, US, soldiers have been killed, and then obviously everybody else in yeah just everywhere, so yeah, it's tricky. It's a very tricky time, but anyway, does anyone have any questions? Does anyone have any questions at all? Other trades still valid. Let's have a look through them. So, the one rule that I do have is if you're taking profits on a trade, all right, so for example, pound here, we've taken profits. Don't leave triggers open, all right? If you've taken profits, you come out, all right? You can cancel out that pair. We've got to be realistic here. Everything's kind of moved quite quickly. And obviously, this is what we have been so good at. Yes, we had 2 days last week where it just wasn't working. But obviously, this is what we've been so good at, is preempting London and capitalizing on it, So I think this week we're obviously back to winning ways, which is brilliant. But obviously, yeah, I probably would, if you haven't entered anything, I probably would stay out, because I do think we're going to get a bit of manipulation. I think everything could end up exactly the same place as where it was. If we're looking at, like, Asia had a nice pump. We're currently, if we look at everything, I bet gold is one as well. Gold, we obviously rejecting this Asian high. All right, but I don't. I think gold is going to stay in this range. Um, Probably this range today. This would be a brilliant range for this afternoon, because obviously Asia, I think London's going to stay within, but I think it'll be interesting because whichever way we pop out, we're either, I can probably not guarantee, I'd hazard a strong guess, we're either going to target these areas this afternoon, or I think we could be in for a surprise and potentially target, let's have a look back here, potentially this area here. So let's have a look. All right, we're gonna leave these marked up. I think there's going to be a big move on gold due to quarter flows, but yeah, let's wait and see. If does anyone have any more questions? Otherwise, yeah, we'll obviously end it here. I got one more school run. I do have one. I've got three one-to-ones this morning. I do have one slot at I think 9:30. So yeah, but no, let's make sure that we have a good good Andy. It never ends. We'll be uni after. Yeah, I know. Well, my eldest is going to be starting her. Well, she's going into the year 10 next year, so she's going to be starting. Obviously, she's done her options, GCSE stage, then A levels, and then the youngest is moving up to secondary school. So it's all go here. But no, have a great Friday, everyone, and yeah, let's smash it. Let's smash it. Have a good one, guys.